A couple in Lowndes County is accused of child neglect. The man is still behind bars. The mother has been released on bond, but the children are no longer in the home.
Our Rylie Livingston takes a look at how law enforcement handle cases like this.
Most parents can't imagine neglecting their child's basic needs. But youth court judge Lydia Quarles says it happens more often than you might think.
I cannot tell you the situations that these Child Protective Services people see, because they take pictures and they bring them back to court. And you would not, it is very hard for me to believe.
We get some, not a lot, thank goodness. You know, it breaks your heart to see a child abused or mistreated or anything like that. You know, I'm a softy when it comes to kids, and we go to every call, we check every welfare concern that we get a call for to make sure that everything's okay.
And those calls make a difference. Child Protective Services and law enforcement often rely on the community to spot child neglect cases.
They know more what's going on in their neighborhoods out somewhere than maybe we would know, and you've got a lot of young mothers and parents that work, and sometimes, unfortunately, they leave kids at home by themselves unattended, which is not safe, and you know, we need to know that.
From not going to school to not having food or even clothes at home, there are many levels of neglect.
If you're not seeing that they're in school, that can be educational neglect. So that's probably the least neglectful thing, is you don't get your child to school. If you don't have suitable clothes, if you don't have beds for your children, if you don't have food in the house, if it's a filthy environment.
When CPS gets called, they go to investigate and develop a plan of action.
The first thing they do is to determine what is the threat to the child and fix that. CPS can work with families informally, and if that doesn't work, then they can bring them to court.
Coral says when you make a call to the CPS hotline, you can stay anonymous. She encourages anyone with suspicions of neglect or abuse to call 1-800-222-8000.